couldn't, hell, there was no sense in doing, you know what they said? They said down in Mexico they beat him to death with a baseball bat, something like that. What is it? You know what I mean? He's not even a danger to anybody.
Didn't swear because he was supposed to be at a bar.
Try the bar.
He ain't paid the tab, so because he ain't paid the tab, they take him out.
You think, look, how did he get down there? Who sent him down there? Hashim them sent him down there. Hashim them was involved in all that. And down in Mexico, if you don't pay a tab, they got all kind of deals to call the hotel and keep all your clothes or do anything, you know what they can. They all Mexicans. I lived in Mexico. They don't beat you to death with a baseball bat because you didn't pay a tab at a bar. They're not going to let you get to Mexico. They're not going to let you get, after you get over $4 or $5, they're going to say, you got to pay up. They're not going to let you get $500 or $1,000 for it as a tab, right? I don't believe that stuff. Them niggas are liars. They're liars and they're murderers. They're classical murderers. I could see when the brother was coming around here, when we had the program over, and he was popping around. That's a man. It was just, that wasn't fair. They got him out, when he come out of prison, they done puffed him all up, and he don't know anything about what's going on. And his nafs, he just got out of prison, he gonna like little girls. And he's gonna use the name Malcolm and get it. And they're gonna put them little girls on him. It just wasn't even, it was unnecessary, it wasn't fair. You know. It was unnecessary to use your power to get rid of someone that didn't even need to be, just leave him alone, drop him. But don't kill him. One of the Negroes, I'll close in a minute. One of the Negroes we used to, that I used to travel with. Can you look up Dr. John Brandon?
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
John Brandon. Did you ever look him up before?
Yeah, we looked
Dr.
him up
John
before.
Brandon. He was a big Negro. He was, anyway, from way back, Johnson Publications, they all was friends. And Doc had, I know the white man lied on him, although he did come over when we was in East Africa. A young cutie pie came over and spent time with him, and he was saying that I didn't kill my wife, and he had a long scenario. I said, Doc, now this is in those days. I said, Doc, niggas don't kill another. I said, you can just run off and leave her. Or, you know. I said, niggas beat women upside the head. That's when people used to beat their wives and all that. I said, you can beat them upside the head or run off or do something. I said, but why would you kill her? You know, I said, why kill your wife? You know, just to get a younger woman. I don't know. I said, well, the lady came visit you here and brought you all that money. And wasn't your wife? Wasn't your new girlfriend with that long, semi-straight hair? You know, high yellow looking lady. He's high yellow too. Anyway. And I said, Doc, I bet you married a black woman. Was your wife a darky? I bet she was an old darky poor child. I bet she was. But the point I was making was, like Malcolm, you don't kill people because you don't like them anymore. You just run off, or you do something, you know what I mean? No matter how scandalous it is, you know, to do your wife like that, you don't kill her. You kill her, she's dead. You can't bring them back alive, right?
Right.
And Doc giving us that old, I said, Doc, that sounds like a damn something, you know, mysteries novel that white folks do. This and that, I said, nobody. I said, Doc, you think because that head is not one panther nigga that you talking to believe that story that you're telling? I forgot what it was, but it wasn't a colored story. It was a white. I said, Doc, you've been around them folks so long, you start acting like a good God almighty. I didn't tell the nigga, and the nigga know better than that ain't what happened. I said, you must think we stupid, Doc, because we don't have a PhD.
You know somebody wrote a book. Somebody wrote a book.
Is that right?
The Doctor, the Murder, the Mystery. The True Story of Dr. John Brandon.
Right.
And then there's Unsolved Mysteries. There's some footage of it. You know, that's talking about the case. They said, then it says, John Brandon, recently freed and wife slain. That was September 14th of 1990.
1990? Okay.
So,
Yeah. Well, you know, the last picture Doc, you remember Idi Amin was having trouble with doctors? You remember that movie, The King of Scotland or something? Doc, he moved next door to Uganda, and he was Idi Amin's doctor for a while. Does it say that in the thing?
well, I didn't read it.
No, he was Idi Amin's doctor for a while, you know, and finally he came on back to America. The point I was making was the story Doc told us is the same story that could have been Malcolm or anybody. Nobody, it wasn't right to do that stuff to no matter how much authority we get, we're not going to do nobody like that. Okay, follow the law scrupulously. No bad need. It's long stuff right here. No surreptitious scheme or plan. This is not a scheme. It's not a surreptitious. It's exactly the way we say it. That's what it is. Okay, so I'll just close with that, inshallah. And I'll just say that we got a lot of work to do, just the work we got to do. Not only with the homeless, not only the rebuilding community, you know, around here, but all the things that we have on our plate. This one in the middle about educating our people to join the system for a reason, for a big reason, for a good reason. No surreptitious, the same thing Boss Man been trying to get niggas to join the system, right? Okay. That's the only place where they're going to get any. Things don't look good otherwise. But anyway, it's all right.
His intention has been more surreptitious than yours.
Of course.
Right,
yes.
yeah. They invited the Negro in so he would spy on his own people, tear down his own leaders, you know, like.
Shoot it up. Hey, you know what? I couldn't be Boss Man. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It ain't It ain't, but he does it happily.
For real, man.
He does it without no stress or nothing. He don't sweat it. He don't look for the mirror with a sweat on him, say you've been a bad boy, and he don't do that. He just say it's not enough. You gotta get tougher. You gotta get meaner. If you don't, them niggas gonna get you. You tell us whatever you have. The Mexicans gonna, the Cambodians gonna get you. Everybody, they all out to get you. Okay. Makul Kali Hada, Mustafa Mali. Are there any questions or comments?
Well, yeah, there was a comment that a brother did make. Give me 1 second, I took a screenshot. Brother said, it's necessary to be the spook that sat by the door. This is great wisdom in this philosophy. We can do more inside than out. Great wisdom. Use the documents and their system to liberate our people. Great wisdom and legal.
Okay.
Brother said.
Right. Well, no, that's true. It's yep, that's just, it makes sense. There's a time element too. We don't have time to do anything, right? And then the acceleration of time. And maybe that's what it was meant to be, because before we always talked about longevity. Take your time. I'm gonna live to be 100, and I still feel the same. I mean, you know, if I leave tomorrow, it's okay. No problem. No problem. But in this case now, this longevity is not the goal. It's getting things in place. We're not saying a hurry, because see, 10 years is a long time now. With artificial intelligence, we got to get into some type of position, because this guy, he'll mess everything up here and he'll go on about his business somewhere else. If he can, you know. Yeah, he'll do it. Easy, with no, and remember, all them people either going out on them rockets are millionaires, and anybody that's building them is also millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah, the whole Mars landing project, that's Elon Musk's project. You know, he's one of those more celebrity billionaire types. That's his project to basically die on Mars. So he trying to get up out of here. Long story short, him and all the people that are funding these rockets, they're privatizing the rocket industry at this point.
Yeah, can you imagine? It's now not the government, but private.
Yeah.
Well, what's the name too?
Columbus then was all private.
Okay, so he's getting in on it as well?
Yeah,
Okay, I missed that. I know it's primarily it was Elon Musk, and it was this other guy too. I can't remember his name, that was really pushing the push to Mars is what it is, the colonization of Mars.
Bezos, not Bezos.
Bezos is trying to.
It is Bezos, but there's another guy as
Why are
well.
all those people up to the same thing? All those trillionaires.
Yeah, they
Hey man, we better. Now they make me believe in communism. Grab them, put them in jail, take all their money. That's okay. There's just a few of them, right? Imagine you put 5 people in the penitentiary for life. What a nice penitentiary, you know, where they can do the swimming pool and stuff. But you take the rest of their money and put them where they can't harm nobody.
right.
That means all of us could live. Can you imagine if you put 5 or 10 people in the penitentiary, the whole rest of the world can live very comfortable for all.
That's real.
Yeah, that's not just a real, that's a trip. That is a trip right there. That is a trip.
It's real, but it don't seem like that couldn't be real. But it is.
It's wild.
So that's why we're not in a hurry, but in a way, see everything, no matter what happens, when you get big money, no matter what happens, you still get big money.
Yeah.
they get to buy the rest of the world for $50 or $60. In other words, when everything collapses, so for the big rich, they waiting for a collapse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they'll buy up everything for pennies. Right? Okay. So anyway, we got to get big in a hurry. And don't worry, somebody will figure out some kind of way to deal with them. Inshallah.
So,
Okay, and there's no more questions or comments?
yeah, there was another one. This one, it was a little bit all over the place. Give me a second here. Bear with me. Bismillah, Rahman Rahim. He didn't say Bismillah all the way out. El-Islam is not a black thing. We who now reclaim our very own must not be confused with the majority of our people who will never accept Allah in place of their white godfather. We are now living inside the beginning of the days of Allah, and it is a hadith of Allah that parts cannot comprehend the whole. It is the whole part comprehends all the parts. Allah is the creator, all over creator, the host, and we as individual human beings who come and go are created as guests in His creation. Keep reading. Just as we are the guests of Allah in His creation, likewise Allah has declared us as the crown in all of His creation, the host of the knowledge of His creation, and there are no vacuums allowed in creation. This is why the hadith says, we are the host and knowledge is our guest, and knowing is superior to learning, and being is superior to knowing. On our national flag in the nation of Islam is the moon, symbolized in the first quarter, representing the future tense in time, just as the last quarter of the moon symbolizes the past tense. I'm almost done. What does the full moon symbolize? That the brightest moonlight is in the exact middle of the lunar month, symbolizing that the present tense of time is greater than the past or future tense of time. Allahu Akbar. Brothers and sisters, symbolically the sun rises and the sun sets, and the brightest light of the sun is at high noon, and our sunlight of El-Islam is now headed for high noon. Won't you join in with us in this great day and time in which we now live? Imam Bilal.
Is that Bilal?
Oh wait, I can get his full name here. Just give me a second. I gotta go back and pull that up. But yeah, that was. Let me go back a little bit.
Okay, is this stuff still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay, you could turn it off.
All right.